Hello everyone, Muckluck Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire the Fourth here, and this video is on my daily routine and how I get gold with lower effort methods. Some of the methods shown in this video I originally showed in the How to Get Gold with Low Effort guide, so if you want more details on anything mentioned here, that video will be linked in the description. Now, I do not enjoy repeated non-stop farming. Things like Dragonfall, the Silver Waste Reba farm, or Drizzlewood Coast for hours on end is not my thing. I also do very little of playing the trading post. If you are unfamiliar with that, it is basically buying low and selling high repeatedly. I tend to look for things I can do in-game that yield a lot of money for the amount of time they take, even if they can only be done once a day. Then I just make sure to do those things once a day. I'm not one of the richest people in the game, but my gold is in the thousands, which is far more than the average player, so I wanted to share some of this information. This is my routine. My streams always start at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is right when the Octovine event, which happens every 2 hours, is at its climax. I join the Octovine event, win, and open all of the mini treasure chests. I get Aurillium from the event and from my home instance, and I use that to buy keys, so I never have to go out of my way to get the exalted keys, other than buying them from the merchant in Tarir on occasion, maybe once a week. Joining the event and opening all of the chests took about 10 minutes when recording this. Time can vary if the group is struggling. Afterward, I go to the guild hall of the guilds that I'm in and I farm up all of the synthesizers. As long as you are in 2 or more guilds that have different levels of the synthesis output upgrade, they will not share cooldowns on the synthesizers. I am currently in 4 guilds that have different levels, so I can farm 4 guild halls each day. It takes about 1 minute for each guild hall to clear out all the synthesizers. I then go to my home instance. You could join someone else's home instance if you haven't built up your home. And if you want to build up your home, I do have a guide for that, link below. And I farm everything there. This also gets me some of every single Living World Season 3 and 4 currency, so that builds up daily without much effort. I have nearly every node in the game in my home instance, so it takes about 8 minutes to harvest them all. I get a daily mail from the Black Lion shipment board in my home, and opening that yields more items and only takes a few seconds. Ley Energy Matter Converter. This gives you a free item each day, plus lets you convert other items once a day. I usually take the crowbar to open the airship cargo in my home and look for options that let me convert for obsidian or trophies. Getting the Ley Energy Matter Converter is also covered in the home instance guide video. After that, I do strikes. There are 7 strikes in the game, and only one of them takes a really long time, which is the one where you escort a tank for what feels like an hour. I do the other 6 strikes daily. You get money, volatile magic, unidentified items, karma, and a chance of a big ticket item on every boss. For example, the Grothmar strike can drop the Seal of the Chili Chase, which is a chair that sells for 86 gold at the time of making this video. Doing all 6 of the mentioned strikes and opening all of the treasure chests took 36 minutes today when I recorded it, but it can take longer if your group is still learning. This particular group already knew the fights. I then do the daily cooldowns of creating ascended crafting materials, such as a glob of Elder Spirit Residue and a lump of Mithrilium that you're limited to only doing once a day. After that, I log into my other characters that I am not currently playing. I always have them parked next to a treasure chest. I just log in, open it up, and log out once a day. This takes a few seconds per character. I have 3 characters at the 3 huge treasure chests in Biora, which today provided the loot shown here. I have 1 character at the Sanctum of Nabka in the Crystal Oasis, which has 3 treasure chests. Opening all 3 got me this loot, plus some trade contracts. I'll cover the exact numbers later. And finally, I have 1 character at the Tome of the Primeval Kings in the Desert Highlands. I might move this tune, but currently he's here, and there are many treasure chests in this room that you can collect once a day. Whereas all the other characters I just showed only took a few seconds, this one takes over a minute to run a lap around the room and collect everything, and then deposit it and log back out. If you'd like to park some alts you aren't playing at profitable locations, here is a fantastic website with many of the choice spots marked on it. I'll have a link to this website in the description. Now at this point I've been playing for 1 hour and 18 minutes. I wasn't rushing to get this done as fast as possible. I did this live, so I was talking with chat a lot on the stream. What have I gotten in that time? My gold increased by 3 gold, 13 silver, 65 copper, and pure coinage looted from the strike bosses and from opening containers from the Octovine. My karma increased by 34,990 from the strikes and Octovine rewards. I got 5 spirit shards from leveling up the XP bar 5 times. 1 Bandit Crest looted from the Bandit chest in my home instance, which can be used to buy more Bandit keys later on. 259 lumps of Aurillium from the Octovine loot as well as my home instance node. 71 Unbound Magic from harvesting the Season 3 Living World currencies in my home. 49 trade contracts earned from the 2 characters I had parked in Path of Fire areas. 1,129 Volatile Magic from the Strike bosses and from the Volatile Magic gathering tools and from Season 4 home nodes. 20 red Prophet Shards, which can be used to buy Ascended gear. I also want to point out that we got 434 Eternal Ice Shards. 304 of them were from strikes, 42, 44, and 44 of them were from the 3 Biora treasure chests I had 3 of my alts parked at. I have used these shards and the Eotrite I got from the strikes and the Biora chests to get full 32 slot bags on my main character, the reinforced Boreal Trunks. I also traded the shards over a period of days to get the 3000 Kraukatite I needed to craft the legendary accessory Vision. And I use extras to turn into Dragonfall modes, which I can consume for Volatile Magic. I'll trade in 1,000 right now, which is about 2 days worth of doing the routine I just showed you, and that got me 2,151 Volatile Magic. And I pretty much do that just anytime I see the Ice Shards spill over from my bank into my inventory. They can also be used to get all of the currencies for the Sky Scale if you still need them. These items shown are what I got from the alts parked at the treasure chest, and these items are what I got on my main character. Now, what do I do with all this stuff? Most of it I deposited into the material storage. When it gets full and it spills out into my bags, I refine and sell, or just sell excess materials for gold. Now, there are other things I do for gold, such as daily fractals some days when I feel like it, raids, ranked player versus player with the occasional 20 gold chest reward, etc. But the purpose of this video is to show my routine. What do I do in the first play session of each day before I do anything else that has crept my gold up into the thousands? I highly recommend to people of any level to use the benefits of the guild hall or someone's home instance daily. The rewards are so worth it and can be done from level 1. As partly mentioned earlier, they also make some future projects much easier, such as the Sky Scale and the legendary trinkets Aurora and Vision, which require stacks of Living World Season 3 and 4 currencies each. Also, Vision and the legendary ring Coalescence, which I hope to have done very soon, will make use of the trade contracts that you get from Path of Fire treasure chest parked characters. And that covers my daily routine. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like for the YouTube algorithm, comment if you have any questions for me or additional input, and subscribe if you would like to see more content. A special thank you to my newest Patreon supporters who help make this content possible. And if you are interested in becoming one and getting earlier access and extra benefits, there is a link in the description. My in-game name is muckluck.9082 if you need to reach me there, or talk to me live any evening on Twitch after 9 p.m. Eastern Time, with extra streams on Wednesdays and Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern. Click the follow button there to be notified when I go live. We also have a calendar with a list of all upcoming giveaways, streams, special events, and video releases for your convenience in the description, as well as an invitation to the Bone Zone Discord. It is a wonderful community of people, many of which are very knowledgeable about Guild Wars 2, if you have any questions. That's it for today. Happy gaming! By the way, did you know that when an Asura is riding a Sky Scale, they are perpetually screaming the entire time? Little known fact.